Hello and welcome to the vlog. I'm going to go very little distance today, 3 locks and probably 1.5 miles, and this is also that I can moor up at a spot where some friends of mine can come to visit tomorrow. The place I chose to moor here was not a good choice after all. I remember I ended the last vlog saying, that space has my name written all over it. Well, someone must have scrawled my name incorrectly because this is not a good place. It is very quiet, which is very pleasant, but it's very bad for a couple of other reasons. Let me show you. It certainly is very quiet here, but this concrete edge extends down and sticks out slightly so that my fenders aren't actually holding the boat off, but the bottom of the boat, the base plate, is graunching and grinding against the rock on the side. It makes a horrible noise and keeps you awake. Every time the boat moves very slightly, you just get this noise, and it's so off-putting. Plus, although I managed to get a mooring pin banged in on the edge here, at the front, the concrete extends well back into the towpath, and as you can see, I could only get this pin in by a couple of inches, then it hits solid concrete, and that was after, no kidding, about 8 tries to find a suitable spot. Now, it has held overnight, but it's not great. Plus, I got no phone signal in the boat, perhaps due to this grassy mound on the edge of the reservoir, and I initially got no internet signal either until I moved my little external aerial only about 6 inches. Normally it sits under the canvas hood, and I got nothing. And then I moved it about 6 inches to sit on the edge of the boat there and suddenly got internet again. So all in all, not the best spot. But I shall move on. Right, here we go. The last of the 7 Marsworth locks is just round the corner. I really hope it's not going to rain. It's not supposed to rain, but I really hope it isn't going to. I hate the rain. I know the rain is good. I just don't like boating in it. There I was, leaping off the boat, getting ready to set the lock, and not 1, not 2, but 3 volley lockies sprung out of nowhere and are doing all the hard work for me as usual. So hats off, as ever, to the volley lockies. I must say, I have found this whole flight to be incredibly leaky. Locks that should have been full because of another boat coming up have been empty by the time you get there just because of leakage. That is the entrance to the Aylesbury Arm, as I pointed out on the way down. Starts off with a staircase lock, 2 locks right next to each other so the one empties into the other. Just to get you in the mood for the, I think it's 16 locks, something like that, along the entire length. However, I am going to pull in here at this facilities point again. You've seen it before on the way down. And empty my toilet cassette. Won't take a couple of minutes, hopefully. Farewell then, Marsworth. Pleasant enough little spot. First heron of the morning, and there he goes. They always seem to go just round the corner or just a little bit further on, so that 2 minutes later you surprise them again. Yep, there he is, and off again, another 10 yards. Checks to see if I'm still here. Yes, I am. They don't seem to learn. A boat just came past as I was coming up to this lock, and I thought, terrific, I will go straight in. But he apologised on the way through. He hadn't seen me coming, and he's drained the lock because there is another boat coming up behind him. But that's all right, I'll just sit here and wait for them to come up. Still makes life easier for me either way. I've got a bit of a thing for all the lock cottages along here. This stretch just has some very lovely cottages. Isn't that fantastic? The lock's done. I'm just going round the corner, and I will try to stop somewhere around here if I can. I did say I wasn't going very far today. That'll do. There is a railway line just over there, and I heard a train tooting its horn. But I'm only going to be here for one night. Good morning. I moved about half a mile or so and a couple of locks yesterday. I didn't film it. I had some friends with me. They just wanted to experience going down in a lock, so we did that. And it was time with friends rather than filming time. Today I'm not going that far either. About 4 locks, mile and a half maybe. I'm trying to put myself into position for the next set of visitors who are coming over the weekend. So a gentle amble today. A little bit hazy this morning, certainly in the distance over the trees and hills, but the sun is definitely trying to break through. I'm optimistic for a sunny afternoon. First lock of the day. Literally just round the corner from where I was moored. 2 boats have just come up through it, so it should be at least partially set in my direction. So I've put the boat on a loose rope around a bollard, and yes, the lock is full. Whether I can immediately open the gates or not depends on whether there is any leakage at the other end, which means it's actually not quite full. Let's find out. Just got to try pushing this. Oh, it's going. So I can go straight in the lock. Gently into the lock. That sun is definitely trying to break through. It's feeling quite warm already. It's rather nice. Guard dog not happy with the ducks on his territory. Look at that, that's funny. They don't care, do they? The ducks just don't care. You can see how this bridge has been rebuilt. Often rebuilt as a result of cars going over them, crashing into the parapet. Speaking of crashing... Yep, just avoided that. That's what happens when you film and steer at the same time. Three wind turbines in a row, and all doing something, which is odd because there's no breeze at all that I can feel. What a nice spot for a mooring though, so tranquil, so peaceful, absolutely lovely. Second lock of the day. Lock number 2 done. Lock 3 of the day is just round this corner. You can see the bollards for the lock landing right there on the corner. Every time without fail, you go in through one gate, the other one opens itself. So annoying. Now I have to close 2. I accidentally let the boat drift back, so the back was next to that. And that has left me with a soggy deck. Not too bad, mind you, it'll dry off in this sunshine, alright. I was just about to close the gate, and I spotted not one but 2 other boats coming along in the distance. So instead I've run round and opened the other gate for the oncoming boats. I've stopped here with one more lock to go, which you can just see in the distance there, and that's for reasons I won't bore you with. It's very low levels of water in this pound, and indeed several of the pounds lately, and as you can see I haven't actually been able to get the boat in close to the side at all. That's just because of a build-up of silt. As you try to pull the boat in, you can just feel it pulling onto the silt and it won't go in any closer, so the back end, as you can see, is really quite a long way out. But it's fine, I'm secure, and it's supposed to be chucking it with rain tomorrow, so I'll stay here tomorrow and then move on Sunday.